So I think for me, my favorite part of working with Andrea Zimmerman has been the fact that she will continually challenge the things that we're doing or the things that we're proposing be done on campus. And she does it from the right point of view. She does it from the perspective of how do we make it better, how do we improve this for kids, how do we improve this for students and for our community. And I think for me, that's been the biggest benefit of working with Andrea, and it's been a huge blessing that I'll greatly miss. When I think about what Andrea's contributed to the school or to our district, there are a number of roads that I can go down, but I think the biggest thing that she's contributed is a continual focus on student achievement, on student performance, on us as educators looking at student work and really making decisions based off the data that we have from our students. And I think that that approach has really made things better for our students on this campus and better for our kids throughout our district, because she has had such a large part both at Oakmont High School and throughout the district of really trying to get us to change the way we do things and focus on student work and the products that they produce in order to make sure that we can use those to say we need to get better at teaching this technique or that technique. She does a really good job of putting those two things together. I think the thing that I'll miss most about working with Andrea is her passion, her heart, her enthusiasm for kids. She will often come down to my office just to talk about things that ideas and things that she's been thinking about, but they always have to do with how do we make things better for kids and how do we make things better at Oakmont and throughout the district. So for me, it's the passion that she brings, the enthusiasm that she brings every day that I'll greatly miss.
My favorite part of working with Andrea is that she's wonderfully creative and is always open to trying out and exploring new ideas to connect with students. I would like to thank Andrea for catalyzing our PBIS program and helping to transform Oakmont's culture and embrace the Viking expectations. I think that's been a valuable legacy that she will leave behind for all of us. My favorite memory of Andrea will be our first year working together at Oakmont when she came down and hung out with me in P6 and P7, and we organized thousands upon thousands of STAR tests together. And if that can't bring two people together, I don't know what will. But I will always remember working with her on STAR testing and trying to survive school-wide testing in one piece. That was quite a challenge.
So my favorite part of working with Mrs. Zimmerman is the patience that she had with me over the last few years and teaching me how to be an administrator. She'd show me kindly when I made mistakes, but at the same time was able to give me some good corrective things and probably some things to do better the next time too. So Mrs. Zimmerman has worked in her district for such a long time between Wood Creek and the district office in Oakmont. She's done such a great contribution to education. Her passion for learning and helping students and also helping teachers grow and get better through professional development opportunities in the BITSA program. She just really has left a good mark on our campuses and all of our teachers that she was able to work with throughout that BITSA program. So overall, I have loved being able to sit down with Mrs. Zimmerman, closing the door to our office, whether we're eating or contemplating problems or just kind of debriefing at the end of the day or even venting with each other. I think that's the most I'm going to miss about her. And the most that has helped me is just being able to sit and listen to her and talk with her and bounce ideas off of her. So I'm going to miss you a lot there, Andrea.
One of the things I love about working with Ms. Zimmerman is that she's always been so encouraging, and I've actually worked with her since I started teaching at Oakmont. She was my BITSA coordinator first, so it was my beginning teacher program. So I met her when she was still at Wood Creek before she ever came to Oakmont. So she's been a part of my career so far, and she's always been encouraging to try new things. She's always supportive at the things I'm working on and the projects I'm doing, and she's always kind of pushing me and everybody else to do our best and use technology or join a program or work on a committee, and that's what makes our school great too. Andrea has definitely, I think, brought integrity and commitment to Oakmont. We have that philosophy of having a commitment to excellence and she really holds us to that, as well as herself and everyone around her. She said, I don't know how many times, you guys, we have to do this. Our kids need this, or our programs need this. And even when we don't want to, or we think it's not worth our time or our energy, she's the one saying, we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it right. She's the one challenging us to try new things, and what's best for Oakmont, what's best for our students, and she's usually right. So we've been lucky to have her on our team. So one of the things I'm gonna miss the most about Ms. Zimmerman is honestly, she's just so incredibly nice. She's always smiling. She's always saying, great job, way to go with that. You gave a nice presentation, or great idea. You used this, you tried this. So she's just super encouraging and just kind all the time, and checking in on you and how you're doing personally, not just with my teaching job. And I think back to, again, those years in BITSA years ago, which is very long ago now. And an example of that is this little mirror that she gave me that I still have. And it went along with this little story about this guy that found a mirror and was able to shine the light of the mirror into dark places. And she kind of gave us that as our kind of parting Christmas gift in BITSA. And that's just kind of the way she is all the time. And I will really miss that. So one of the memories I do have lots, because I've worked with Ms. Zimmerman for quite a while in different committees and things like that. And aside from her always being the one who's trying to get us back on task, she's such a taskmaster, is her standing on a ladder in a DPK chart training, one of the various things that she, is trying to force us into doing. And she stood on a ladder with a balloon attached to it. And if you remember Heather Schlauman, who we would never do anything silly like this, she was on the other end holding up a target, and Andrea attached a balloon to a string, and it was flying directly into the target to prove to us how important it would be that if we made this chart, the kids would reach the targets. And that is how far she'll go to prove her point.
Hi everybody, just want to take a few minutes first of all to wish Ms. Zimmerman a happy retirement. And there are a lot of great things that I know and have experienced with Mrs. Zimmerman, and that is, as I work with her, one of my favorite things about it is just her personality. She's always very cheerful, smiling, and even though we go through some tough cases and some tough times, I really appreciate the way that she is bringing laughter into our workplace, and also the way that she helps us to have a good time, regardless of how tough the situation might be. I think Mrs. Zimmerman has contributed some great things to Oakmont High School. First of all, she's been here for many years, and so she's helped establish a culture and a pattern. And I think part of that culture is that it's very welcoming, that we welcome and work with all students and staff and parents, and then also always trying to do the best for students and helping them succeed, whether it's in the classroom or outside of the classroom, and with some of the challenges in life that present themselves. And also contributing to the school by dealing with students fairly and equitably whenever there's a situation where discipline needs to become involved. That has been a great part that she has contributed to our school and to Oakmont culture. I had the opportunity to work with Ms. Zimmerman for approximately a year, and several memories have come to my surface to my mind. I think one of them is just the celebration times. Over the months that I've been working with her, whether it was, for example, Halloween, dressing up, she was the one who provided me with the costume, Star Wars costume to dress up. I think that very well explains who she is, because she is about celebrating life and celebrating people. So that's going to be one of the great memories that I have from her and about her, and also one of the things that I will miss about her. The celebration of life and just being happy and joyful as we work together has been certainly something that I will miss, and miss the laughing, the jokes, everything about her that has helped us to enjoy the time that we spend here in work. So definitely fond memories, and we'll miss her in the future.
Hi Andrea, this video does not do justice to who you are to the school and how much we're going to miss you. From the moment I started here, I have really enjoyed working with you. Every single time that there was a project, whether it was PBIS, and when I first started with the ELD program, it was truly something I would be excited about, simply because your passion was something that inspired me, and I will always remember the type of person you were, and I hope to become someone like that in my teaching career, that I could provide that to other teachers that are coming into education. I really admire you for who you are as a person, and the family that you have, and I'm so excited that you get to spend more time with them. We're really going to miss you here, but we'll never forget you, and your passion is going to live on in me, and we're going to just keep on making this school the best it can be. Enjoy your retirement.
Compassionate,
Encouraging,
Passionate.
thoughtful,
committed, motivating, kind,
Patient.